Versatile Mage. Chapter 349. A wife that I've raised up since young. The expression that the Prince of Ice, Lu Yilan, was wearing was the pure definition of weird. Despite wearing a stiffened smile, he was having a dramatic monologue in his heart. Why would Yi Xingxia have such a weird brother? Not only was he acting rough to girls, he even said stuff like broken or siskin. How lowly. If you have nothing else to say, please get out of my sight. Go wherever you should be going. Mo Fan pushed Xingxia's wheelchair and headed to the school's entrance. There was no chance Lu Yilan would let them go just like that. His instincts were warning him about how unreliable this person was. Xingxia was already a weak girl with impaired movement. It would be a disaster if she were taken away by this strange man. Hence, Lu Yilan continued to wear a smile as he said, "Since you're Xingxia's friend, you are my friend, too. I believe you've just arrived here. Please, let me buy you a meal. Dude, aren't you annoying? We're about to find someplace without people to share our love and do something that's not suitable for children. Can you please stop talking and step aside?" Mo Fan said impatiently. Xingxia blushed when she heard the words. What does he mean by sharing our love and doing something that's not suitable for children? How embarrassing does that sound? Lu Yilan's face turned blue and white rapidly. This guy was indeed having bad thoughts against Xingxia. She was too kind and gentle. She wouldn't even dare reject him. No way. Even if Xingxia weren't rejecting him, how could I just stand and watch her falling into the wolf's mouth? Lu Yilan decisively stepped forward and said with a stern face, "Friend, you're going too far with that. I've been looking after Xingxia for the past few months. I know how gentle she is. I will not let you abuse her personality and harass her as you wish. She might stay silent, but it doesn't mean I, Lu Yilan, will allow it." Xingxia was about to say something, as she did not agree with Lu Yilan. As a matter of fact, Xingxia had already made things clear to Lu Yilan, but this guy seemed to be just living in his own world. However, Mo Fan stopped her. He squinted and glanced at Lu Yilan, whose appearance and actions hinted that he was a fairly well-behaved man. He asked with a smile, "Do you like her?" "What are you trying to say?" said Lu Yilan. "If so, I still think you're behaving reasonably. Otherwise, aren't you fucking caring too much about other people's business?" Cursed Mo Fan. Lu Yilan did not like anyone cursing at him. He frowned and glanced at Xingxia. It's fine. He could use the chance to express his feelings. Otherwise, the woman he loved would be dragged away by this perverted wolf, staining the pure, naive woman he was fond of. So what if that's true? Lu Yilan said with a stern look. So what if it's true? I was already disappointed when those girls were picking on her. If you're a man, you should have kicked them straight away instead of wasting your time arguing with them. And now, you're telling me you like her. Mo Fan's smile had turned into a mocking grin. I was being considerate for Xingxia. Lu Yilan explained himself with a dark face. Consider my ass. Listen up. She's my sister, and my wife that I've raised up since young. She's mine, you understand. Stop bothering her shamelessly like a fly. I'll beat the crap out of you so that your mum won't even recognize you. Mo Fan snapped righteously. Mo Fan's current appearance perfectly suited the expected behavior of an imposing CEO that the girls always fantasized about. Xingxia had let Lu Yilan know that her heart was already occupied. However, when she heard Mo Fan referring to her as his wife that he had raised since young, she felt like digging herself a hole and hiding inside it. There were people passing by occasionally. Did he really have to say that out loud? Beat the crap out of me that my mum won't even recognize me. Lu Yilan's expression turned dark. He could no longer stick to his polite demeanor. I bet you should go and ask around, to see if anyone dares to disrespect me like that here in Zhejiang Institute. The situation immediately became a showdown between the two. Their auras collided. The energy of the ice element and lightning element soon lingered in the air nearby. The crowd quickly realized that the two were about to start a brawl. They immediately backed off and looked at them with a hint of gloating. Where did this kid come from? Is he really that blind to try and pick on the Prince of Ice? Said one of Lu Yilan's sidekicks. Take a look yourself, it's that guy in the black shirt. Lu Yilan has already warned him not to cross the line. However, that guy showed no respect at all. Even though the healer girl Xinxia was born with impaired movement, there are quite a few guys interested in her. However, either they did not dare to compete with the Prince of Ice, or they were taught a lesson behind the scenes. This guy is about to have a tough time, said a student who was relatively up to date with the news in the school. By the way, does anyone know who the guy is? I don't think he's from Zhejiang Institute. Surely not, otherwise, why would he even bother going against Lu Yilan? Look at him, still thinking that he's good. I bet he won't even know how he loses the fight later. Lu Yilan's sidekick burst into laughter. An unusual breeze swept the place. The fallen leaves drifted to the wind. The crowd was intrigued. They had surrounded the entire place, waiting for the two to start fighting. The school did set up rules, but how many magicians could actually control their hands? Xinxia, step aside. I'll teach this stupid jerk a lesson. My ice element is fairly powerful. I don't want to hurt you by accident, said Lu Yilan politely. Mo Fan did not purposely push Xinxia away. His eyes flickered with a bolt of purple-black lightning, an indication that he was accumulating his energy. I prefer to use lightning against people like you. Mo Fan stood beside Xinxia. The lightning element star pattern was drawn quickly under his feet. The process was finished in a silent, yet rapid manner. Damn it, having Xinxia by your side while fighting against me. You know that I won't cast any spell at you, said Lu Yilan with a stern look. It's not that complicated. Mo Fan smiled. As a matter of fact, it was unnecessary for the crowd to give them a big space for the duel. There was no need to have Xinxia move away from them to avoid being hurt by accident. Mo Fan could easily defeat an opponent like him with a single attack. Chanjin, Thunderbolt, Yaksha. Mo Fan was incredibly quick at casting an intermediate spell. He was already pointing his finger at the air when he was uttering the words. It's not that complicated. A great flicker swept across the sky. It forked and struck down rapidly. The trees nearby were shattered into black pieces instantly by the lightning. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.